Welcome students to my channel Easy Lit. I do the next part, the next division of Peninsula Plateau, which is the Deccan Plateau. You all have already done the Central Highlands and must have understood it by for sure. So now I do the Deccan Plateau. First remember it's a triangular landmass. That is this. It's a triangular landmass. You can see the shape. South of which river? Again remember Narmada. So triangular landmass south of river Narmada. The broad base, this up part, the broad base of the plateau, Deccan Plateau, is flanked by which range? The Satpura range towards the north. So in the north you have this Satpura range, and towards the east you have the Mahadev, Kaimur Hills and the Michael range. So north is Satpura and east you have this. And let me be very clear, I'm not doing this according to any map location. I'm just putting this up for you all to understand. Okay? Deccan Plateau is higher in the west. So west it is high and then it slopes gently towards the east. Towards the northeast, now you go up like this. Northeast, the extension is locally called Meghalaya, Karbi Ablong Plateau and the North Kachar Hills. So you got your Satpura, you got these three hills, and towards the northeast, what is the extension called locally? Meghalaya, Karbi Ablong Plateau and the North Kachar Hills. It is separated by a fault from the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Fault is some tectonic activity which must have taken place. The hill ranges, again in the northeast, you have hill ranges which are very prominent, very important hill ranges. From west to east. See, I have done this Chota Nagpur Plateau. This is your northeast boundary. And I have written this from west to east. Map location, this would be very easy. It's just this line up. Okay. And Gharo, Khasi and Jaintia. You have to put it in this order because you're saying from west to east. So Gharo, Khasi and last is Jaintia. This covers up your Deccan Plateau. Now come to the next part of Deccan Plateau, which is your Ghats, the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats. They also are a part of the Deccan Plateau. So if you write a note on Deccan Plateau, don't miss out on this. You have to put this also. Now again, I've done this triangular part over here. And we all know this part is the coast. Okay, all this is your coast. And this triangular part is your Deccan Plateau. Now you have over here your Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. That is like this, your hill type formation. So the Western Ghats form the western edge of the Deccan Plateau and parallel to the western coast. This whole part is your Deccan Plateau, remember. This is your coast. This is another part for you all. This is not included in the plateau. So western edge of Deccan Plateau parallel to the western coast, eastern edge of Deccan Plateau parallel to the eastern coast. Western Ghats are continuous. That is, they continue in a stretch. There is no break. Now you want to pass the Western Ghats. What will you do? It can be done only through passes. That is your tunnels and ghats. What about your Eastern Ghats? Discontinuous. That is not in one stretch. Irregular and dissected by rivers. So they are discontinuous, irregular and rivers cut through them and go and join the Bay of Bengal like your Krishna, Kaveri, Godavari. They all cross through and join the Bay of Bengal. Eastern Ghats extend from where? The Mahanadi Valley to the Nilgiris in the south. That is somewhere here to here. Nilgiris in the south. Now you come to, I do the height part. Western Ghats height increases from north to south. So from here, or you can take it if I do it like this, from here to here, the height will increase. As you go below, the height will increase of the Western Ghats. Average elevation is 900 to 1600 meters. They are higher than the Eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats are not so high. See, the elevation is only 600 meters. Here it is 900 to 1600. And which hills are over here? Chevroy and Javadi hills. What about the peaks? Highest peak in the Western Ghat, Anaimudi, 2695 meters, Doda Betta, 2637 meters. And here highest peak is Mahendragiri. 1501 meters. This is in the 2000 range, this is in the 1000 range. So you can see the difference. Which are the hill stations in the Western Ghats? Remember where you get your strawberries. Mahabaleshwar, Panchgani. Here you have Udyog Mandal and Kodaikanal. Udyog Mandal, what you actually know as Ooty. Now I come to the orographic part. The Western Ghats cause orographic rains. Now what are orographic rains? First of all, we did this, that the Western Ghats are high. Okay, the elevation is 900 to 1600 meters. So now these Western Ghats are over here and the winds come from the Arabian Sea. And these winds, they carry moisture because of evaporation. So the winds have moisture. But the winds may not be able to cross this barrier, this orographic barrier. And your condensation takes place and your clouds are there and you get your rains. Okay, so these are your orographic rains. So Western Ghats cause orographic rains. Why? Because they face, these Western Ghats, they are facing the moist rain bearing winds, means winds which carry moisture and will give rains. And they rise, these winds rise along the western slopes. So this is about your orographic rains. So in your Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats, first describe the location, edge and parallel. Then continuous crossed by passes. This is discontinuous, irregular, dissected, rivers go and join Bay of Bengal. Then you can talk about their height, you can talk about their peaks, you can talk about the hill station and about these rains. So this covers up your Western and Eastern Ghats. Now there is one more feature of the Deccan Plateau, of your Peninsular Plateau you can say, and that is the Deccan Trap. Deccan Trap has black soil, and we all know black soil is very, very important for the growth of cotton. So Deccan Trap has black soil, it is of volcanic origin, and when it's volcanic origin, always the rocks are igneous. The rocks are denuded, broken into pieces, and they're responsible for this formation of the soil which is black in color. You have the Aravalli Hills over here in the western and northwest part of the Peninsular Plateau. So I'll just show you all here. It would be somewhere here, okay? So west and northwest part of the Peninsular Plateau, eroded, quite broken. So they are known only as broken hills. Where do they extend? What is its location? From Gujarat. From Gujarat to our capital Delhi. So now if you see this direction what I have done here, so you'll see from southwest, this is because it's going from down up, we put south, direction west, so southwest to northeast. So Aravalli ranges extend from Gujarat to Delhi in the southwest to northeast direction. This covers up your entire Deccan Plateau. I hope it's become a little easier for you all. Thank you and happy learning.